Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. I am Amy. Welcome. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm talking about human design, aka the little black dress of energy, of energetic alignment. So if you're new to human design, let me know what you are. Type in the comments what you are. If you're new, how long you've been on your journey of human design. If you're watching the replay, do the same thing so that I can know what your design is, who you are, and how long you've been into human design, or if you're new. So if you are new to human design, good morning, Amanda. Human design is literally like that little black dress. You know when you find the dress, maybe it's red, maybe it's blue, whatever your color is, right? Whatever your color is, but you're like, just that dress. You put on that dress and you feel a way, you feel a vibe, you feel different. And by different, like you feel like your best self. You put it on and all of a sudden you're walking a different way, you're talking a different way, you feel a different way about yourself, people are looking at you a different way, and in the way that you desire, the way that feels right. You feel confident, you feel in charge, you feel powerful, but not like overly, like not like pushy, in that very feminine, divine energy, goddess-like. That is what human design does. So it is actually our energetic blueprint, our energetic DNA. So we are born before we're actually brought into this world, 3 months before our unconscious side is created. And the moment we breathe, the moment we come into this world, the completion of our design takes place. And what this gives us, good morning, gorgeous people, Lindsay, Amanda, hi, Jess, Sarah, is the blueprint. We find out who we are, what energetic type we are. So there's projectors, there's manifestors, there's manifesting generators, and there's reflectors. There's 5 different types. And this is not a personality test. This is not a personality test. You don't go online and figure out what you are by a bunch of questions. This is literally what you're born with, your DNA. You know how we like take blood sample DNAs, like all of that, that is our energetic blueprint, our DNA that your soul has been created with. It is science. It is spirit, it's everything connected together. So there are the overview of the 5 types, right? We have these 5 different energy types. You are one of those energy types. So this is how you're moving through the world. This is how you're moving through the world, how you're meant to show up. So a projector, we're not meant to work a lot. We're meant to guide. We're meant to be the light. We're meant to see things that other people are not seeing. And what happens in society is we get burnt out, we get exhausted, we start trying to do more and hustle, and we just can't. We can't keep up. Amanda, projector 2-4, emotional authority, yay! And the other types, so we have the generator and mani-gens. They have the sacral defined, and the sacral is like this endless motor of energy. So they're go, go, go. They are the hustlers. They love to go do. They love to be busy. They love to work. Not all of you love. There's a lot of as we go deeper into human design and look at your specific chart, there's a lot of areas where like you might not identify with wanting to work all the time and being busy. And that's because different aspects of your chart. But for the most part, if you're lit up by something, if you're like, super excited by it, you're going to want to like engage in it a lot. You're going to go for it. Manifestors are the ones that are like here to make a move. They are the only ones that are actually meant to like go out and do the moment that they decide, the moment that they feel. And everybody else in the world, they used to be the leaders. We're in a huge paradigm shift where projectors are taking over being the leaders because of our guidance, because of empowering who you are to lead your own way. And manifestors in the past were the leaders. They were like the presidents, the kings, the ones that are like, go figure it out. Like, this is what I want you to do, go do it. And then the generators, mani-gens would be like, okay, we're ready to go, let's go, we're gonna go do the thing. They were the ones telling everyone how to operate, what to do, and when to move. And there's a huge shift now where that's just not the world we live in anymore. We're realizing that we have to be engaged, we have to have a desire to do it, or else we'll be burnt out, or else we'll be exhausted, or else we'll be overwhelmed, or else we just won't be happy. And we are in a world right now where happiness is key. Our own internal happiness, our own internal being lit up and leading from desire is the key to happiness in life, for your own happiness and everyone else's in your world. There was a comment on here. Good morning, guys. So that throws me off. I'm a Manny Gem, but I swear I'm a projector. I don't want to work more at all. I have limited energy. So this was where we'd look deeper into your chart. So there's so much more. If you have a lot of centers undefined, so many generators and Manny Gens are like, I feel like a projector. And that's because you're still absorbing so when I talk about centers, they're like the shapes that you see on your chart. If you don't have your chart yet, if you don't know what you are, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to mybodygraph.com. And all you need to do is type in your name, your birth time, and location of birth, and you will get this incredible energetic DNA blueprint. That is your manual for life, literally your manual. You have kids, look this up, because this is how you're going to be leading and guiding them based on their own blueprint, so that they are thriving, they are the happiest, they are the most confident, they are in their own little authentic world of power. And that's really like, imagine we created a world like that. Wow. So yeah, so if you have a lot of charts, so if you have a lot of those, the centers where it's like the shapes, you're going to see little shapes, and they're either going to be colored in or they're going to be white. They're going to be not colored in. And if you have a lot of white in your chart, that means you're absorbing from other people all the time. So, you know, when you like go to a party, this is very common for people with a very undefined chart and or projectors. You go to a party and you're just like, that was a lot. I'm exhausted. I feel drained. I feel overwhelmed. Like, you know, I can't. That's because you're taking in other people's energy, and we are energetic beings. So we're constantly taking in energy from people, from online, from all of the places. And that's why people, you know, will often say in the personal development world, like, you are the people that you surround yourself with, right? You are those 5 people. Watch your circle, be careful who you're around, because you're absorbing all of their energy. So obviously we want to absorb the highest 5, the best energy that we possibly can. But in human design, it gives us this deeper dive into how we can be who we are, and not rely on anyone else, not rely on those 5 people around us to ensure that we're absorbing the right energy. We don't need to rely on anyone else. Emotional sender. So Alicia, I'm a 3-5 emo manifestors, single definition, and 3 defined centers. I absorb a ton. And especially manifestors have those depths, right? They have the urges where they want to go do, they're in their power, and then they just want to rest. Like, they are they're defined as non-energy beings, but like really they have a lot of energy because of those urges, but they're not consistent energy beings, and they make others move. So they're providing energy to other people, but they don't have an internal motor like the sacral. So all my centers are open, so I have to be extra aware. So Kayla, are you a reflector then? Incredible, amazing. Yeah, you have to be very, very, very hyper aware. So the rest of your chart, and what I was saying is basically, we don't need anyone else, right? We don't need people. This is where awareness of our chart and understanding our chart becomes so empowering, and it feels like that little black dress. You're just walking around and you're feeling your absolute best, because nobody else is going to affect who you are. You understand your energy, you are empowered, and we have these natural built-in superpowers about ourselves, and our chart tells us what those are. Our entire life, like when we're little, we know that, we feel it. And when you get a reading done, you're like, oh, that makes so much sense, or this is clicking, or finally, like, yes, I knew I should have trusted myself, because we felt it before, right? It's that time you go to a wedding and you put on the little black dress, but then the rest of the time, the rest of the next 2 years, you throw it in the closet and you never look at it or touch it or put it on ever again, right? You felt it, you felt the energy, you felt what it feels like to be in alignment, and then you just throw it away. We don't want to throw it away. The whole point of human design is so that you can create a life that literally works for you, that you're thriving in, that you feel incredible in, that other people are benefiting by just being in your world, and by following and understanding who we actually are and beginning to operate in complete alignment with who we really are. All of those things fall into place. This is where that effortless flow comes in, that ease, that feeling of thriving, that natural glow where you're not exhausted anymore. Your happiness, businesses take off without that extra effort, without that push, without that hustle. It's consistency. It is over a lifetime, right? Not like you do for a little and then you burn out and then you have to rebuild. It just gets better and better and better and better. And everyone in your world continues to benefit. It's that overflow. It's that overflow. Kayla, you are an amazing reflector. I love it. I love it. So in your experience, Kayla, before knowing that you were a reflector, did you feel really burnt out, or were you always kind of, because what can happen again is we're magnetized into certain areas where our energy does thrive, and we can really naturally always go to those, especially if we really trust ourselves and we've always been like, you know, like, oh, this feels good, and we've listened to ourselves, we've listened to our power. A lot of reflectors will be like, yeah, I've always been, you know, I've always wanted to be around these types of people, or I've always been drawn to this, or I've always kind of been doing this and pulling away. So it's so interesting to hear. Tara, I feel like I was only in alignment once for a couple of years, and I don't feel like it's come back. Yeah, because this is the awareness, right? We have to consciously go into the closet, we have to pull out the little black dress, and we have to wear it. That's the thing. We can't just be like, oh, here's my blueprint, here's my energetic DNA. I've had a reading, perfect. Now things are gonna change for me. It doesn't work like that. This is a conscious effort. This is a combination. This is you and the universe dancing together in your little black dress. That's how it works. We don't just fall into alignment. We just don't fall there and stay there. We can fall there with lack of, you know, conditioning, with awareness that we're not going to do it that other way. That doesn't feel good. But in order to stay there, we have to put the little black dress on consciously every single morning, and we have to wear it. We can't just throw it in the closet and leave it and be like, I don't know why everything's falling apart. My world is terrible and I don't like it all. Why? It's because we have to be the one that puts it on. So this is where awareness within human design and actually aligning with your design becomes the most important element besides understanding it. We can understand it, but in order to transform, we have to be the ones that are aware and doing the work. And when we do the work, it feels uncomfortable. It does feel uncomfortable. This is why I call it the unsexy work that we're diving into when you're being coached through your design and alignment, because it's easy for us to go back to the old comfortable ways that for the majority of our lives we've been living. And it's easy for us to remember, oh, but that felt really good. You know, I was in alignment then. And it's easy for us to remember that. It's hard for us to get back there. It's hard for us to stay in alignment, especially when everything else around us is not designed to be like, here's your perfect, you know, red carpet of being a projector. It doesn't work like that. We have to create that. So Kayla, I've always been limited energy, but I thought it was a health issue. Now I know the real reason, and that's the thing. And there's real reasons behind it. It's not all of the, this will heal, this will do the trick. It's not going to. And if it does, it's temporary. Amanda, Tara, same. I feel like I've had that flow before, but the feeling's super lost lately. And the beautiful part is that we know we can get it back. You know you can get it back. So you guys, if you have not had a human design reading yet, and you haven't had one from somebody that is really trained in human design. So there's a difference between getting a reading done by somebody that has had like a quick fix certification, or that has just been like, okay, I'm reading, I'm self-studying, I'm learning the things, I'm doing the things, versus somebody that has been deeply trained in telling your story, in putting all of the pieces together, in listening to what you have to say and putting that into what your chart looks like, what you're saying right now, and why that's happening based on your chart, and how to shift it. So Liz is our human design reader, Liz Coyles, within Align by Design. So if you guys are looking to book, she has a couple openings left for this month. And so how do you get the reading? So all you need to do is go to our website, www.alignbydesignhd.com, and you book in with Liz, and you pick your time. So she has availabilities, you pick your time slot, you book in, and then you get to also tell us what you want to focus on, which is the coolest part, because some of you are on your journey. Some of you maybe have had a reading before, but you're like, this is confusing me. This is where I'm getting lost. This is where like, I'm still really stuck. I'm facing a lot of resistance and it's just not working. We can focus on those specific areas for you too, and really have that conversation. We desire at Align by Design for human design to be like your next level support and very intimate experience, because we're literally seeing your soul, we're witnessing your soul. So when you can come into a container like that and be like, I'm ready, like I want to align, I want to slip that little black dress on and rock it, I really want to rock it. So this is what's not working right now. This is what I don't love. This is my resistance. This is what I'm facing. This is where I feel stuck right now. And then Liz can look at your chart and talk to you and go through it and create some really tangible takeaways for you to begin to align with what makes sense to your chart, right? With what makes sense with your little black dress that you're putting on, or your red dress, or your blue dress, or your green dress, whatever your vibe is. Kayla, is she familiar with reflectors? I found the info for us is pretty much limited. It's honestly been kind of a bummer. Yeah, because it's so individualized. The thing with reflectors is it's so individualized. We have this like general reflectorness, right? Where It's your 28-day cycle, and you're absorbing people's energy, and you want to be in a certain environment. But when you go deeper into an individual reflector's design, what you're going to be looking at are the gates that are all connected, the activation throughout the cycle, and kind of your own individual cycles. So yes, she definitely is, and you would want to get specific with the questions that you have with what's not working in your life right now, so that she can dive into those gates that are active in your chart, because that is the only consistent energy that you do have. Good morning, gorgeous. And if anyone is looking, Whitney, hello, Christy, hello, good morning. So if anyone wants to book a reading, it's alignedbydesignhd.com. You can book in there, and we are doing our live Q&A tonight for everyone that has had a reading in the past 30 days. So that's really exciting. You also get a bonus call at the end of the month to work through any resistance that's been coming up from your reading from that point forward, and any additional questions that you have after re-listening. So everything is live, everything is recorded, and you get that extra support at the end of a month. I love individual reading designs. Yes, it's a next level. It's putting all of the pieces together. And then if you're looking still to join MMP, you can still join. The doors are still open. PPP, we welcomed in 43 of you now. Yesterday, the doors opened. We officially begin on the 28th, but we're getting to know everyone in there, and it's incredible. And you guys are just, I'm so ready for this. So excited. And if you want information on how to actually become certified in human design through the Babes of HD, which is the human design certification program that I have, we are taking in people for next round, which begins in October, which is like the deep dive of human design. Like, you are going to know it inside and out. It is not a crash course. This is not something that is a quick fix that you can just say you are operating in your business right now. This is like the real deal. You are like, okay, I get it. I get what she's talking about. I get all of the moving pieces. I get the depth of each section. And if you want just Voxer support, if you're somebody that's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do the certification, I'm a coach, I know the benefit, my people are thriving right now, we're doing really well, and I know this is the next level move. You can DM me for that. It's just month-to-month support through Voxer for all of your HD questions, all of your clients, etc., etc. And if you want one-to-one coaching with me, I have one space available. I don't open spaces often because I love to keep complete integrity and alignment with being a projector and allowing myself to fully see all of my clients and to really be there and support and guide them. So I only have limited spaces. I don't take more than a certain amount, and I only have one opening right now. So that is it. You can DM me if you are serious about like complete alignment and really diving into your next level, like really collapsing time, stepping into complete energetic alignment, doing it your way, being brave, being courageous, and really here to have it all, here to thrive. So you guys, I'm sending you so much love, and I hope this helped. I hope you're putting on your little black dress today and rocking your alignment and feeling completely energetically aligned, and moving out the space of things that aren't working in your life, and bringing that awareness to your forefront. So I'm sending you guys so much love. Have a beautiful day. I'll talk to you